Hi everybody, I thought I would do another little video. Sorry, my cats are fighting in the background. Um, this is going to be a mega haul, I guess, because I have quite a few books here to talk about. Okay, so let's just get started. Okay, so this one is called Perfect People by Peter James, and I don't know much about actually any of these books because I just put them in my bag because it's $1 for a bag of books at the thrift. This one is about a couple whose child has passed away, and so then they hear about this test or a geneticist who can create the perfect child for them. But then they realize something's really amiss with this doctor, and by the time they realize it, it's too late. She's already pregnant. So there's that one. This one is called My Husband's Wife by Jane Corey. This is about a girl who meets her husband. There's a 9-year-old little girl that lives next door, and she has secrets. And the little girl comes back or shows up on her doorstep 12 years later. So that's interesting. Icy Sparks. This is about a little girl who lives in the 1950s in rural Kentucky. And I'm pretty sure she has Tourette's syndrome. And it's her story about her journey. I don't know if they knew about Tourette's back then, but she finds a lady who kind of takes her under her wing and helps her. So that's that one. Terry Brooks, Running with the Demon, and this is about demons and stuff. Okay, The Wolf by Nate Blakesley. This is a true story of a wolf that they were tracking. I'm not sure what year. The wolf, it's a female wolf called 06. She's an alpha female, and this is just her story, and I really like nature books, so that's a good one. Wow, this is gonna be a big haul. Okay. Okay, and I haven't taken the stickers off these. The Inconvenient Indian by Thomas King. I don't really know anything about this, but it says, it has a quote by Joseph Boyden that says, "For those who wish to better understand Native peoples, it is a must read. For those who don't wish to understand, it is even more so." So I'm interested in this. It says, "A curious account of Native people in North America," and I am a quarter Native American. Oh, and this is cool, is he lives in Guelph, Ontario, which I've been to Guelph. Okay, this next one is The Tattooist of Auschwitz, and again, I didn't take off the sticker, by Heather Morris. And this is, I think it's kind of a love story, so that one should be good. In a Perfect World by Laura Kazitsky. This is about a woman who, I don't think, she becomes a mother, but then her husband is, she's a flight attendant. Sorry, I'm really bad at explaining books. Okay, so she's a flight attendant, and I think, oh yeah, her husband is a pilot. All the other flight attendants get jealous because he's so handsome, I guess. And anyways, then a huge flu breaks out. So this is about It's called The Phoenix Flu, which she thought was a passing hysteria, but then it changes her life forever. So this is about a plague. Oh geez, this is going to be a long video. Okay, this one I heard about on Chapter and Converse's video, and it is Lucy Sullivan is Getting Married by Marianne Keyes, and I think this is just like a lighthearted, kind of funny romance. Maybe it's about a girl who goes to see a fortune teller, and she tells her that she's going to be married within the year, and is it true? Is it not? Hi, Leo. This is my baby. This is my baby kitty. Oh, he's feisty. He's feisty. Oh. Okay. Let's see, what else? Okay, we have The Heretic's Daughter, and this is about Salem witch trials. It begins more than a year before the Salem witch trials began. Oh, and it's about a 19-year-old girl named Sarah, who arrived in New England, and which is a community that is already gripped by superstition and fear. So this should be good. Sounds good to me. I don't know, I just have so many books here. American Drifter by Heather Graham and Chad Michael Murray. I don't know. It's about a soldier. Anyways. Linda Castillo, I have a couple more of her other books. They take place in Amish country, which is why I got that one. The Body in the Woods by April Henry. This is, I think it's a YA mystery. Yeah. I think that's a YA mystery. Okay, these are okay, now I did order a few books from Book Outlet. Okay, this is The Night Gardener by Jonathan Auxier, and my son and I have read, well, we're reading one of his other books called Sophie Quire, The Last Story Guard. So this is a middle grade. Pretty title pages. This is a middle grade, and it is about twins that are orphans, and they are being sent to work as servants at a creepy, crumbling English manor house. And it won quite a bit of awards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it was a finalist in a 5th award. So anyways, this sounds good. We really enjoyed, Jonathan Auxier wrote Peter Nimble and His Fantastic Eyes, and that book is amazing. It's about a little boy who is a thief because his eyes were pecked out when he was a baby. And then, you know, he washed to shore. He was in a boat, and birds pecked his eyes out. And then, anyways, it's his story. He finds these magical eyes. There's 3 sets of magical eyes, and it's a really good story. So that should be good. The Opposite of Everyone by Jocelyn Jackson, and to be honest, I just got this because I read Backseat Saints by her, and it was amazing. It was kind of a gothic, Southern Gothic book. It was my first Southern Gothic experience, and I loved it. I read it in like a day. So there's that one. Not sure what that one's about. Unraveling Oliver, I saw by Liz Nugent. I saw that this was about kind of getting in the head of a psychopath. So that interested me. Another one by Jocelyn Jackson called Almost Sisters. And I don't really know what this one is about, but I got it because it was Jocelyn Jackson. She is a really good writer. Really, really good writer. Okay, and then these next 3 are pretty much booktube buys, or books that I bought because other people had talked about the authors and they were on Book Outlet. So this is Island of Lost Girls, and I think I saw this book on Carol Marie Reed's channel. And this is by Jennifer McMahon, and she's probably most known for her book, The Winter People. Okay, and Foe by Ian Reid, which I just read. I'm Thinking of Ending Things, and it was good. It was different. I did not go back and read it again, like it says to. I don't know, but that book made me like it was a weird experience. It made me like feel physically sick to my stomach, but I don't know why. It was odd. And then Jennifer Hillier, Jar of Hearts. And this is a thriller. I'm not sure. Oh, it's blurbed by Carolyn Kepnes, who wrote You. It says a gripping page turner. Anyways, that cover is just gorgeous. Oh, and purple. Very pretty, very pretty. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to show all these books. Mary Jane Clark, Dancing in the Dark. A thriller, just a thriller. Kurt Vonnegut, Player Piano. This is his first novel, apparently. And it's about a man who must find a way to live in a world dominated by a supercomputer, and that is run completely by machines. That sounds great. Okay, Miriam Toews, The Flying Troutmans. I've read a few of her books. She's a Canadian author, and I really have enjoyed every book that I've read by her, and I like that cover again. Oops. Oh. Pretty. Okay. This one I got at the dollar store. It's called The Last Summer of the Camperdowns. And it is a coming of age story. I think there's a little bit of romance. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about most of these books, actually. When you get them cheap, you don't ask questions, right? Okay. Now, this one I got for my son, for him and I to read, called The Expeditioners by S.S. Taylor. And this is about a group of kids. Their dad has passed away, but he's left them half a map, and they have to try and save the world. Yeah. So this actually sounds really good, and I love the shape of this book. It's a square, like that. Okay, I guess I'll do all my middle grade books. Eric Walter's Camp X. This is in 1942. These two boys stumble upon in Whitby, Ontario. I've been there too. Their mom works at the local munitions family. Their dad is away at war, and then one afternoon they stumble across a secret military base. They're escorted home and told never to come back, stay away. But of course they can't, and so that's where they discover Camp X, Canada's top secret spy camp. So that should be good to read with River. And then this one, it doesn't have a dust jacket. This is The Land of Stories, Beyond the Kingdoms. My daughter loved these books when she was young. It is, I'm pretty sure they're retellings. And they're written by Chris Colfer, who was on Glee. That was a show that we watched together. So that's that. I think that's the fourth one in the series. And then I got a couple of Spiderwick books. This is Beyond the Spiderwick Chronicles, so this is a newer series, I think. And then the Seeing Stone, which is the Spiderwick Chronicles #2, and the Spiderwick Chronicles #4, which is the Ironwood Tree. Okay, and just a few more middle grade, and then Big Nate, In the Zone, graphic novel. The Town That Floated Away by Sandra Birdsell. I'll read you the back. It sounded really cute. Virginia Potts is shrinking. Virginia Potts is shrinking. Does this have anything to do with the recent disappearance of Wellington, her hometown, which just floated away without her? Will Virginia be reunited with her town before she shrinks to nothing but dust? Better find out before it's too late. That sounded good. And I was so happy to find this. The Never-Ending Story, which I had no idea that it was translated from German, but I'm really excited to read this, either by myself or with my son. Okay, and then I just have a couple more. This one, Heartburn by Nora Ephron, and look at that cover. Oh, it's so cute. It's a devil with a heart in a pot. And this is about a pregnant woman whose husband cheats on her. And it's supposed to be funny. I don't know. I heard of Nora Ephron from April on Getting Higgy with It. Getting Hooga with It. Okay, and then this one is Little Big Man by Thomas Berger, and this is the book that inspired the movie. I can't remember what the movie is called. Is it called Little Big Man? I don't know. It's about a boy who is raised by the Cheyenne Indians. The movie was really funny and really great. I loved the movie, so I was super stoked to find this, because the book is always better, right? And then this one is Battle Royale, and it is Lord of the Flies for the 21st century. A group of junior high school students taken to a deserted island where, as part of a ruthless authoritarian program, they are provided arms and forced to kill until only one survivor is left standing. That's scary, and that's actually a pretty chunky book, which I was surprised when I picked it up that it was that chunky. Okay, let's see if we can get through this in the next couple minutes. The Penal Colony by Kafka. I've never read Kafka, but I want to. I think his stories are kind of odd. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. And then I heard this on someone's channel too. Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit by Jeanette Winterson. And this actually sounds really cute. It's a coming of age story about a girl who's raised really Christian, but then she starts having feelings for the same members of her own sex, and yeah, it sounds good. It sounds good. I was raised in a really Christian home, and her mother, the pastor, and the flock go to work on Jeanette's demons, denouncing her as someone to whom it is impossible to speak the truth. Yet Jeanette's insistence on listening to the truths of her own heart and mind, and in reporting them with wit and passion, makes for an unforgettable chronicle of an eccentric, moving rite of passage into adulthood. That sounds good. Sounds like an important book. And then this was a cover by and a feeling by, because it's a really heavy book and it just feels really nice. It is Back to Blood by Tom Wolfe, and it sounds like a funny kind of has everything: a sex addiction, a psychiatrist. Sounds funny. And he wrote a book called The Electric Kool-Aid Acid Test. So, I mean, this one must be good too. That one sounds good. This one must be good. And When She Was Good by Laura Lippman. Laura Lippman, I read, oh, I can't remember now. Anyways, I read one of her other books, and I loved it. You know, things don't always have, for me anyways, things don't always have to be super plot heavy. I do like, but the character driven stories as well. This one sounds good. Heloise, single mom, runs her own business, avoids attention, keeps her private life to herself. But Heloise's life is also a precarious one because her business is one that takes place in discreet hotel rooms, and for the right money, she could be the woman of your dreams. Oh, and it was blurred by Stephen King. Mesmerizing by Stephen King. I follow Laura Lippman on Twitter. And yeah, sounds good. Okay, two more. Margaret Atwood, Bluebird's Egg. This is short stories, collection of short stories, and Veronica by Mary Gateskill. I'm not sure if I've heard of this one before, but it sounded really good, and it says 1980s on it. So I was born in the 80s, but at the end of it, I don't really remember any of the 80s, so anything. I like historical fiction, and it's about two girls who become friends. It says narcissism and tenderness, exploitation, and self-sacrifice. So I like female friendship books. And I think that's it. I do have a couple more in here, but yeah, I think that's it. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you all have a good day. Sorry my videos aren't edited. I don't know how to edit, and I kind of like just sitting down and doing it because I know that if I edited them, I probably wouldn't post because I'm so shy. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Okay, bye.